Good morning. The Committee on Rules will now come to order. Cindy, please call the roll.
On January 13th in Tallahassee, the Senate Rules Committee held its weekly meeting.
This bill reduces claims history.
There was nothing controversial on the agenda and everything was moving smoothly when the chair of the committee, Senator Kathleen Passidomo, called on Miami-Dade Senator Ileana Garcia to discuss a bill she was sponsoring.
Vice Chair Garcia, you're recognized to explain the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. SPB 7008 saves from repeal a public records exemption for petitions for involuntary assessment.
The bill was a housekeeping measure that everyone would vote in favor of. Typically, the sponsor would offer brief remarks, but Garcia appeared to read the entire bill into the record.
Public record exemption. Pleadings and other documents may be disclosed by the 2021 House and Senate Committee staff jointly sent a questionnaire to each of the 67 clerks. A preference as to their preferred action by the legislature with regards to the exemption. And the department also recommended retaining the exemption in its current form. Therefore, SPB, and that is the bill, Madam Chair.
Thank you for reading the bill.
Following the laughter of her colleagues, Garcia made her own joke.
Are there any
I'm
questions?
told what to do, and I do what I do.
The meeting quickly moved on, and Garcia was called on to introduce her next bill.
Vice Chair Garcia, you're recognized to explain the bill.
Thank you. I'll give you the short version so I don't get hazed again by Senator Gibson.
It's so much fun, though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Never a dull moment.
It's not clear why Garcia focused her attention on Senator Audrey Gibson, a Democrat from Jacksonville and the only black woman in the Florida Senate. But when the meeting ended, witnesses said Garcia went over to Gibson and began berating her.
There was an incident last week in which, after a committee, she did accost one of the members of the Black Caucus, and she kind of got in her face.
Bobby Powell is the chair of the Black Caucus.
I did feel that it may have been an intimidation tactic.
According to witnesses, Garcia cursed at Gibson and said she was tired of being disrespected. Gibson, who did not want to go on camera, told CBS Miami, "She just walked over to me and got in my face about being disrespected. I said, 'What are you talking about?' And I said, 'You should get out of my face.'" Other senators said Gibson hadn't said anything to Garcia. Senator Lauren Book from Broward told CBS Miami, "She came over and started attacking Audrey. There was nothing happening that should have led to this type of action." Senator Randolph Bracey from Orlando said, "I don't know why she singled out Senator Gibson, because everyone chuckled." As Garcia walked away, several people claimed to have heard Garcia say, "This isn't a parking lot." In a statement to CBS Miami, Garcia denied the accounts of her colleagues and blamed Senator Gibson. "In the Senate, I work and treat all of my colleagues with utmost respect and expect them to do the same. Unfortunately, during a recent Rules Committee, a senator was attempting to interrupt me numerous times as I was presenting my bills. I conveyed to her at the end of the committee meeting that I did not appreciate her disrespect. I was the one offended by the senator's behavior. I never used any profanity in my conversation." There is no video of the interaction. The cameras cut off as soon as the meeting adjourned. I did reach out to other Republicans on the committee who were sitting near Garcia and Gibson, including Passidomo, but they did not return our calls. The latest incident comes at a time when Garcia is facing criticism over a remark she made to CBS Miami last week that blacks no longer face discrimination and they need to move on from issues in the past. You don't think that the African American experience today is different than the experience by either yourself or someone like me?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact.
You think it's the same?
Yes, we do. That's why we had Obama as a president. That's the best example in the world. Obama was president, not for 4 years, for 8.
She also said that when she was growing up, blacks used to discriminate against her and her family.
I look at it as a learning experience, and I've moved on, and I think people should move on from it.
Powell said members of the Black Caucus were appalled by her comments.
I felt very sorry for her. She doesn't seem to have the most up-to-date information. She seemed to not understand some of the issues that you were discussing with her. And above all else, I'm really disappointed.
Republicans I spoke to downplayed the matter between Garcia and Gibson as just a bad day for those involved and not worth dwelling on. We'll see if that's the case. I'm Jim DeFede, CBS News, Miami.